Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Angry Video Game Nerd, and it's going to be episode 187. That is right, we are going to be reacting to episode 187. That's a lot of fish. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I know I've done it nearly every single episode, but I haven't done it in 8 months, okay? Well, technically for me. So I just had to say it. So this is going to be the Simpsons Batman meets Radioactive Man for the NES, for Nintendo Entertainment System. I've never played this, never known that this existed, but I have played some Simpsons games. I've played what was it, the Simpsons arcade game from like 1991 or something like that. That was an incredible game, the Simpsons arcade game from 1991. That is it really is fun. It really is a good game. And then there was one of my favorites, the Simpsons Hit and Run game, and that was in 2003. I remember playing it for the GameCube, and then there was the Simpsons game in 2007, which was for the Xbox 360, I believe. But then there was like the Simpsons Wrestling. I think that was for the PlayStation. But yeah, I've played a handful of Simpsons games. I gotta say, the best for me was the Simpsons Hit and Run game for 2003 on the GameCube, and I think it was also for PlayStation. Can't remember, but either the case, it was totally awesome, and they all deserve Hit and Run deserves a remaster. It definitely does. It needs to be released for PC, and it needs to be remastered and in 4K, and all just tons of bonuses and everything. I mean, it could still stand up today. Why not? If they've made the Spyro trilogy in HD and everything, why not? Well, let's bring up all these old games and just remaster them. Increase their HD texture packages and release them. That'd be totally awesome. But yeah, this is gonna be The Simpsons Bartman meets Radioactive Man for the NES. So let's see how this does, shall we? Let's go.
Angry Video Game Nerd.
Wow, nice animation. Typical. Typical. Rob the robot. But that's an incredible animation.
Hi, everybody!
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Dr. Nick?
I've been forced here today to talk to you about World of Fish Tanks. Oh, wait, I mean Manscaped Shadow Legends?
Just go for the sponsors.
Here we go. ExpressVPN. Don't you hate it when your internet provider spies on all the sites you visit, then legally sells your data to ad companies? Oh boy, what a racket. Thankfully, ExpressVPN reroutes your connection through a secure, encrypted magic server. It keeps all your private information private. Trust me, using incognito mode on your browser doesn't hide anything. Before I used ExpressVPN, I had a lot of malpractice lawsuits leak on the internet, which got me blackmailed by the mafia. Ow!
Speaking of which, I'm here for the money, which I know you have been saving since ExpressVPN is less than $7 dues a month, with the 30-day money-back guarantee. Actually, tell me more about this service.
Sure. ExpressVPN is easy to use. You connect with just one click, and it's fast. It's why ExpressVPN is the #1 rated VPN in the world. Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description.
Head to
I love the animation, that's great.
expressvpn.com/cinemassacre to get this deal. Now, where were we?
Fat Toad.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Dr. Nick.
Okay, that animated intro was way too good. How am I going to top that?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Well, anyway, I want to take you back to the
was
holiday
an
shopping
incredible
season of
animation.
December '92. Kids were hyped for awesome new toys, and I guess the movie toys on VHS too. But I was more into Demonic Toys, which was
Demonic
released the
Toys.
same year. Anyway, my Christmas list included a
remember
Batman
the
Returns
Puppet Master.
playset, probably some Ninja Turtles figures, and of course, Super Nintendo games. But sadly, many kids didn't get a Super Nintendo from Santa and instead got this lump of coal shat into their stockings. Bartman.
This is not
meets
LJN.
Radioactive
I'm good with
Man.
that.
Now you may remember, I already talked about the first 2 Simpsons NES games. Boy, that was 13 years ago.
Jesus.
Damn. But these
Damn,
were
that's
so
old.
bad, they literally made me eat my own shorts.
Yeah, yes, I remember. You have the robot in the background, rolling the rock.
The Simpsons is a show that's been running for a long time.
Yeah.
It was great back then, but it's gone on way too long,
It is.
and it needs to stop.
It is. It's
Okay, on
so
to AVGN
crazy.
episode 180-something.
100.
Well, The Simpsons is obviously a huge franchise, and if you
Yes.
take a look at all the other huge
LJN.
franchises
No.
that made it to the NES, you'll see that one certain company held the monopoly. Spider-Man, LJN, Friday the 13th, LJN, X-Men, LJN, Jaws, LJN, Back to the Future, LJN, Karate Kid, LJN, Roger Rabbit, LJN, Simpsons, Acclaim. Who
Wow.
bought and owned LJN?
Oh, God.
Acclaim. Why couldn't it be Konami? Konami made some awesome Ninja Turtles games and
Acclaim
had
used
the
to be
rights
good.
to make
They
the
used,
Simpsons arcade
Turok,
game,
I
which was
believe.
probably one of the most
Was really
popular
great.
beat-em-ups ever made. What deal with the devil did Acclaim make to get the rights to make Simpsons Nintendo games? Even on the 16-bit consoles, we never got a port of the Simpsons arcade. And for what reason? They put it on DOS and Commodore 64. Seriously, the only way to play Simpsons arcade at home back in the day was on DOS and Commodore
Yeah,
64?
I know.
I can't even imagine trying to play it that way. I never got the whole fascination with Bartman. I mean, in the 90s, there was Bartman merchandise out the ass. I mean, Bartman was everywhere except for the actual show. When this game came out, the only time Bartman ever appeared on the show was in the episode 3 Men in a Comic Book from season 2. There was a Bartman comic book, but that didn't really start till 93, the year after this game came out. They must have been really reaching for ideas to vomit out another Simpsons
They
game.
needed something.
The plot starts with Bart in his treehouse reading a comic when Fallout Boy, the sidekick of Radioactive Man, not the emo band, comes in and tells Bart that Radioactive Man is trapped in the limbo dimension and needs Bart's help to escape. So
This is
Bart changes into
not going
Bartman
around
and sets
painting
out to help
everything
Radioactive
purple.
Man. So this is the third
Or hiding
Simpsons
everything
NES game,
purple.
and it seems Bart's learned nothing after fighting space mutants and the world. Because he still controls like shit. Even that jumping sound is intact. So it definitely feels like the third part of a trilogy.
Did you just
a
die over a
trilogy of
tiny
paper
plant?
cuts on your dick hole. So the point of the game is to
that's
defeat
horrible.
3 supervillains and restore Radioactive Man's powers so you can take on Braino the Magnificent. The first enemy you take on is Swamp Hag. You start off in a junkyard fighting dogs, giant bugs, and a weird guy that I think was in the background of an episode one time. There's also tiny rats that are too short to hit. Shit like
whatever,
this
rats.
is up there with the most asshole-ish offenses in horrible game design.
I guess if
How
you
does making an
crouch and
enemy
shoot 'em.
impossible to hit fair? It's bullshit. Along the way, you collect power-ups, like laser eyes, a tornado that makes Bart invincible, exclamation points
What is
that give
this
you a
bullshit,
one-up.
Castlevania?
If you collect 20 of them, there's also whatever this is that brings you to the Limbo Zone. It's a bonus level that wastes your time and makes you redo most of the level. Yeah, you can collect one-ups here, but you get enough of them during the actual game. It's best just to skip them, unless you actually want to play more of this game, which I
No,
don't.
I
Whenever you
don't.
get to these giant mountains of trash, it's a crapshoot. Going up the mountain is easy enough. When you have to go down the other side, you have no idea where you can
This
land.
game looks
so
like
you just have to
pixelated
jump and hope
ass.
for the best.
Look at the
Sometimes you
pixels
can see
of
a
this
screw
game.
or
Look,
gear
it's
shooting up, so you know a platform's
everywhere.
there. But lots of the time, you just have to jump and hope you land on something.
Look at the
If you don't
pixels
land
on
on a
this.
tire pile, you fall through the trash and die.
Oh,
I don't get why you can step on
That is some
tires and
horrible
TVs, but just go
graphics.
straight through a solid mountain of fucking garbage until you fall to hell. I hate this shit. And when you die, odds are you're starting all over from the beginning.
Oh,
There's checkpoints, but
son
they're
of a
far into the
bitch.
level, and these levels go on forever.
Ugh.
It's a soul-crushing experience, but eventually you'll see through the bullshit and realize exactly how lazy this game truly is. You just keep encountering the same 4 or 5 things over and over. It's monotonous and honestly, a little insulting. I can't understand who the fuck this was meant for. It can't be Simpsons fans, because other than Bart and a couple other characters, this game has barely anything to do with the show. And it definitely can't be
It was
aimed at
made for
people who like good
LJN to
video
sell.
games, because this game sucks nut butter from a jar. Level 2 is another LJN game requirement, the sewer level. I've played
Yes,
a
the
lot of
sewage
suck
level.
bitch
There's
sewer
always
levels in my
fucking
life,
sewage
and this
levels.
one is up there with the worst of them. There aren't many enemies, but there's these weird platform things that
Every
shoot at you.
single
For
goddamn
some
game has
reason,
a
these
sewage
snowflakes
level.
or sparks or whatever they are don't do shit unless you're standing on it.
What?
I mean, it's just another thing that they threw in just to prey upon first-time players. You know, if this game were a person, be a person I don't like. These platforms take forever, so to save time, I just jump down. But the game decides all of a sudden to kill you. If the screen doesn't catch up with Bart, you just die. And with the crap controls, expect to die a lot. Oh, I mean, these jumps, I mean, just look. The next level's a
Must be
flying
like
one.
Battletoads or
It's
something.
annoying and long, but once you know what to expect, it's easy.
It's bad to compare
These
that
bats are
game
pretty
to
annoying
this
because
game.
their bombs
I
are
know,
really hard to
but
avoid.
that's what it
Bat
reminded me
shit
of.
bombs. I mean, actually, this level is the closest you get to a shred of actual fun. It's a shame. Then you fight Swamp Hag. She throws lumps of shit down at you from a treetop.
Ugh.
You freeze
What
it,
is that?
jump on the frozen shit platforms,
just not
and
shit
then
pickle.
beat the fuck out of her. Also, I should mention, this boss fight is the exact moment where the game developers just gave up. It honestly messed with my head because it's so insanely easy. Everything else until this point was so frustrating, I wanted to belt sand my anus hole off. This boss fight, though, is so easy, it's almost pointless. And the next levels are easy too. There's the occasional beginner's trap, but by now I've gotten used to it. This level with the
Just
conveyor
look at the
belt is kind of
levels. There's
fucked,
nothing to
but
do
once
with
you
The
realize
Simpsons.
exactly
You remember
what's fucked about
any
it,
watching
you're
the
able to make it to the
seasons
exit,
of
no problem.
The
It's the
Simpsons
most
or seeing
obvious
this
path
shit?
to take.
What's
But
this
the
got to
game
do with
fucks with your
anything?
head. You think that there's no way it could actually be that
Why
easy.
not just go in a
But
town
it
or
is. There's numerous routes
fight
to take,
ninjas or
and if you go
something?
the wrong way, you'll fall into a piss river. I mean, seriously, look at that. It's a glowing yellow river of piss that Bart drowns in. The water levels
It's not piss,
seem
that's
like they're
rolling
gonna be
rock.
hard because,
That's-
you know, they're
you know,
water
there's
levels.
a lot
I
of
got
rolling
through them
rock.
without any issues.
drowning
In
in
this
rolling
one,
rock.
everything's dark except for the searchlight, and even this is easy. The boss here is Dr. Julius Crab, not Zoidberg.
I was
All you
figuring
have to
that,
do
yeah.
is avoid the small crab, and sure you can him 3 times, and then it's on to the next level. Now you're in the underground caves of Lava Man.
hell does this have to
level
do with
is
the fucking
whatever.
Simpsons?
I got stuck in the beginning here for a while.
almost like you're playing
before
another
I
game.
realized I have to fall down this pit. Up until now, Bart died from falling in pits, and the game was cheap as shit with its death traps, so I kept passing it. Like I said, this game fucks with your head. Other than that, the level's straightforward. It's actually challenging and doesn't throw too much bullshit at you. You also get to make use of Bartman's flight powers. They're limited, so whatever you do, don't run out in a place where you get fucked over, like this. The next level is a bullshit maze of doorways that lead you all over the place. This is definitely the worst level in the game. The first thing you run into is a waterfall that kills you instantly. There's absolutely zero indication that it's a hazard until you touch it and just die.
Yeah, you gotta learn
The
by
shit
dying,
part
that's
is
bullshit.
they're littered throughout the level, and a lot of the time I forget and get killed again. They just look like part of the background. Also, you can't jump between platforms, even if they look close enough. If you do, guess what? You die.
You die.
Eventually, you find your way around and get near the end when they throw this room at you. You have to choose between 4 doors. One door is the right way, and the others just bring you damn near back to the beginning. So of course I chose the wrong door and had to redo it all. This is extremely close to the end of the game. By now I know all the traps and how to avoid them, but I keep getting fucked by this door puzzle. It's basically the coffin puzzle in Bart vs. the World repackaged and even more annoying. I'm on my last life, and even if I make it through, I'm probably gonna have to do that fucking door puzzle again. I drew a map, and thankfully that helped out. I made it through, beat Lava Man, who thank God is
Lava
also
Man.
easy as shit, and got Radioactive Man's final power back. They talk for like 5 seconds, then go off together to face the final boss.
Okay.
Braino the Magnificent! Oh, I'm on my last life. I really don't want to do this over again. But it's the easiest boss fight so far. You shoot lasers that bounce off Braino and reflect off Radioactive Man. It only takes 5 hits, and Braino can hardly even hurt you. The guy's a giant brain, but it's dumb as shit.
I just
Then
don't get this.
Radioactive
What's this
Man
got to
awkwardly
do with The
talks to
Simpsons?
Bartman again, and that's it. The shitty-ass game is done.
I mean, it
And
could have been
don't
anyone.
Have to
It
play
could have
another
been.
one for a while. But for how long? For a little bit, at least. The NES Simpsons games were such a steaming ass pile, squirted out the diseased dickhole of my arch nemesis LJN in disguise. Acclaim was able to pass off their putrid piss poison as presents, ruining Christmas for lots of kids. Oh, that makes me so angry. I'm gonna have a cow, man!
Yeah, you're gonna have a cow. You know it's bullshit.
He's playing some games, the worst he recalls. He's gonna find out which one sucked the most balls.
Rolling rock, oh yeah.
Video game nerd
Go with that.
is here. Oh, he's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna go home and eat chicken and rice. The angry video game nerd is here.
Oh, I don't know why that cracks me up.
He hates the games that stink. He knows
Chicken and
which
rice.
games to break.
When have we ever seen the
He
nerd
does
eat chicken
not
and rice?
even hate them all,
Someone tell
'cause
me,
he's
when have we
that
ever seen the
fucking
nerd?
sake.
Chicken and rice.
You better watch out, don't give these games a try. You better not play them,
Chicken
he's
and rice.
telling you why. The angry video game nerd is here.
Merry Shitmas, happy holiday to all. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm gonna go on a rant in a second once this is done. Simpsons animated by Jordan Welty. Okay. That's the end of the video. So yeah, I don't understand what this got to do with the Simpsons. Bartman meets Radioactive Man. I mean, it's I just don't get it. I mean, nothing. You know, I just generally don't get those sort of NES video games. I never really get them why they always got to be sewage levels. It's almost like an LJN sort of stamp of death thing. I mean, I don't understand what's with the sewage levels. There's always a sewage level. You know when there's a sewage level in a game, they're bankrupt with ideas. They've lost the plot. They don't know what they're doing anymore. And I mean, it could have been anyone, you know, the Simpsons, you know, Bart going around, you know, fighting like this weird green shit pickle thing. You know, the thing with this, it could have been any character in the world. I mean, it could have been anyone. It could have been fucking Sonic for all you know. And would it look like a Simpsons game? No. And this is the thing. It could have been anyone. It could have been a chicken dressed up as a tiger. You know, you're playing a chicken dressed up as a tiger. And, you know, you wouldn't notice if it would be, oh, could you tell if it was a Simpsons game if it wasn't the Bart, the character from the Simpsons? I mean, you wouldn't tell. If the character was completely swapped, if you swap the character Bart and you place it with any other character, maybe Power Rangers or anything, any other character in the world, would you really know it's a Simpsons game? No, I don't think you would. And that's the thing. It's just a generic rip-off, sort of just a cash money sort of thing. And that's the thing. If you just replace the character with someone else, is it really a Simpsons game? It's just a generic, another generic video game, and it's it's not for me. But yeah, I would not play this. The Simpsons, Bartman meets Radioactive Man. Obviously, they were bankrupt with ideas, and they were really struggling to find, you know, to make money. But yeah, the Simpsons is actually, the TV series is on Disney Plus, for those who don't know. I've actually checked them out, and they're actually all on Disney Plus, which is great if you've got a subscription to that. But yeah, all the seasons are on Disney Plus, for those who didn't know. It's totally awesome, because I've been watching them all. I mean, I'm on like season 10 already. But yeah, they're great. They're really good. I've been watching them and marathoning my way through them. I just watched it 4 days ago, one of the episodes. So it's good to catch up on The Simpsons, the video games that is. But like I said, I like the arcade games and from 1991. And I enjoyed the Hit and Run from 2003. I believe that was for the GameCube. And then it was like the Simpsons game from 2007 for the Xbox 360. And then there was the Simpsons Wrestling, which was for like the PlayStation. I wasn't really a big fan of that. But yeah, all the Simpsons games need to come to PC and they all need to be remastered. I've been saying that for quite a while now. Yeah, totally cool video. So if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.